This is the plaintiff, Doreen Nasser. She says the defendant, her ex-husband, who she was married to for 27 years, owes her for a ticket he got while driving her car and going through a red light, and he refuses to pay. The defendant's always been a very dishonest person. He married her for a green card, misled her, and she wants to teach him a lesson today. She's suing for $80, the cost of the red light traffic ticket. This is the defendant, Sabri Nasser. He says he was driving in a funeral procession. A camera took a picture of him going through a red light, which you're allowed to do. And he says the plaintiff should have fought the ticket in court. He doesn't owe the plaintiff a thing. She's just suing him here today because she's spiteful and is trying to make his life as miserable as possible because she doesn't want to be alone for the rest of her life. He's accused of running a red light.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket. The plaintiff says her ex-husband of 27 years got a ticket and her car won't pay, but the defendant says that he was driving in a funeral procession and the ticket is bogus. It is the case of You Mortify Me.
Thank you, Douglas. How do I pronounce your last name?
Nasser.
Okay, Doreen Nasser, you are suing your ex-husband, Sabri Nasser,
Yes.
for $80 and the amount that you say he owes you for an unpaid red light ticket that he incurred. Talk to me.
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, my mom passed away on July 31st, and we were at the funeral procession. She was being buried on August 6th at approximately 11:15. And Sabri was driving my car. We were in the funeral procession, and he didn't stop.
Were there police officers guiding the funeral procession?
No.
No one paid an off-duty police? Okay,
No,
go ahead.
it just had the funeral sign in the window. And there was a red light, I guess, yeah, the camera took the picture of the car going through the red light. And then I got it in the mail.
I have a question for you. Why was the car going through the red light? Was like the whole funeral sticking together and figured that the flags were enough and then you just keep going?
I wasn't driving, he was.
Yeah, I know, but you were in the car.
Yeah, the funeral procession, we were all together. But when the red light came, you're supposed to stop. So most people, they stop at the red light, but he didn't. He kept going. I told him.
Custom. All right. So were you driving the car?
If it wasn't the funeral, yes, I guess, yeah.
Okay. What, do you have the ticket?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
What day was the funeral?
The 6th.
Do you have anything to show? Was the funeral the 6th?
I don't remember, but around
Do you
this
have
time,
anything
yes.
from the funeral to show it was on the 6th?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Great.
I have this. This was from the church. That
There we
was
go.
the day.
That's what I need. I just
Yes.
want to make sure that it was the day he was driving it. Do you remember what time you were in the funeral? In the procession?
I think it was around 11, 12, something like that.
Yeah. This is at 11:15 on that day. So, yep, looks like you were driving. All right, so you were driving the car, and do you remember running a red or cutting it close or something?
Not really. I was just, follow the rule, driving, follow everybody else. And
What do you mean follow the rule? What rule?
I think for a funeral procession, everybody has to keep going. We can't stop.
Incorrect. Everybody can do that if there's police escorts, because the police stop the traffic. But if there's not police escorts, everybody can't just violate the. It's not like the red light's not there for you. The red light's there for you. You're going to confuse everybody else. The reason that there's an exception in your state, this is how it works different in every state, but pretty much the same. The idea is that if there's police officers, the police officers, will stop everybody and the procession will go through. But if there's no police officers, you're all just, driving. How do I know you're part of the funeral? I don't know when to stop. There's nothing magic. Okay, well, there's a purple flag. What if I'm not looking at the side that has a purple flag? No, that's not how it works.
I remember, 12 years ago in her father's funeral, it was the same thing. And
were there cops?
I wasn't a cop, but we've been passing red light. Everybody was passing red light.
Oh, well, you got away with it that time, so now you do.
So,
all right, so why shouldn't you pay the $80 if you were driving the car and the car got the ticket?
So if your ex got a ticket and your car won't pay, would you sue the ex?
Yes, absolutely. He's an ex for a reason.
But if you take him to court, he's probably not an ex. You probably still got feelings.
No.
See, she paused. That means she does, going inside the courtroom.
It's not I don't pay it. The fact is, every time she got a ticket, she accused me for it.
Well,
And,
if
I
I'm your
didn't
judge
know.
on them, I'll take them on a case-by-case basis. The one in front of me, you've admitted to driving. The time is right. I even made her show me proof of the funeral.
That's
to
because
make
I know the fact right now. But before that, I didn't know that. She was just
How long have you two been divorced?
almost 11 years.
11 years?
Yes.
Almost 11 years?
I never knew it, Your Honor. I went to the Supreme Court and I got the paper and served him. He got a divorce without me signing, without me knowing. And recently, like 2 weeks ago, my son told me, we have a son together, he's 22, that I was divorced. So I had to go all over New York to find out if it was
Wait,
true.
I'm sorry. How do you? I'm sorry. Wait.
Yes.
Wait. Hold on. Back it up. Back it up. Now it's getting interesting. I need to understand what you're
Okay.
saying. How is it you divorced her 11 years ago and didn't tell her?
She knows. She signed it. She know about it.
Did you sign the
No,
divorce?
Your Honor.
Who's the lady with you?
That's my best friend for 30 years.
Come on up, best friend. She ever tell you she got a divorce 11 years ago?
Nope.
Nope.
No, Your
Did she call you crying about, hey, he divorced me,
Yes.
like recently?
Because
How
I-
recently?
About what? About 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago.
Yes.
Okay, but you haven't been living together.
No.
No. Okay. So you just thought you were still married, but you had broken
Exact-
up.
But he came to me and we used to go out, romantically and everything.
Like this to her, like nothing happened.
Oh, more than this?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah? Like
More
physical?
than that, he tried.
And Your Honor, I was in shock. And he got a divorce under hire. I never had ID under hire because I was
Say that again, under
hire,
what?
Hire is my my
Okay.
previous marriage. He said that I was hire and I was in hire. And he has my son as being born in 96 when he was born in 94 on the divorce paper. And I just got a copy
Yeah,
of
and the mother's not going to get that wrong.
Exactly.
Oh no, I guess if
She
she been
went-
divorced, been
No,
divorced
you
by
know,
judge.
a mother doesn't get the child's birth date wrong.
I
Okay?
know about that.
It
It's just,
shoots
you know.
right out of our bodies.
I know
We
my-
know exactly when it happened.
Of course, I know my
Okay.
son's birthday.
So
It's-
did you
it's- I
go?
don't know
Did
what
you
you're
get
talking
this
about.
divorce without her?
She signed it.
And you got it
It was
without her?
uncontested.
Well,
and
where's
she
he
signed
been
it.
for? Like, you haven't been. Okay, how long ago did he move out?
A few years, like 2 years ago.
2
I
years
think.
ago. Is that accurate?
No,
How long ago did you move out?
15 years ago.
Wow.
No, Your Honor. I
That
think-
part's just not debatable.
You're
You know,
right.
you have a son together? Your son's
yeah.
going to hear this. So
You're
you
right.
want to rethink that?
Your Honor, could you ask to see his license? It has
Yeah, but people do that sometimes just because that's a permanent address and they're,
He
you know.
uses the license
Yeah, but
with my
that
address.
doesn't show me anything. So can you, you sure you moved out 15 years ago?
Yes, yes.
Okay, all right. Well,
Even
whatever.
Before that, when we were married, it was in and out. It's never been like really, considered as a real marriage because
Why?
it was always fighting all the time, in and out, in and out. It was
You had a
no
baby together. It
relationship.
wasn't considered a real marriage?
I mean, real marriage. People
You think he
supposed to
just married you
understand
for a
each
green
other,
card?
supposed-
Yes, Your Honor, he married me for green card. He lied, deceived me all along. He told me he loved me, he didn't love me, because if you love somebody, you don't do that to them. You don't hold it from them and lie to them and deceive them like
Okay,
that.
but you need to move on. You know that, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
I hope so.
Okay,
I
now I'm
hope
not
so.
talking to you.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah.
your turn. Look at me. You need to just move on and
Yes.
find yourself somebody who's honest and who doesn't lie to you and whatever else you feel about him. You need to find. You deserve somebody who's good to you,
Thank you,
right?
Your Honor. Thank
You
you.
know, especially from here on in, right? Because it should be easy. It should be smooth sailing from here on in. All right, but let's get back to the ticket. What is your defense?
Like I said, I didn't know that ticket was in the funeral.
Yeah, but now you
until
know. So now there is no
recently, yes.
defense, right?
No defense. It was a ticket,
Okay,
yeah. but-
$80 verdict for the plaintiff and her court costs.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So the plaintiff gets the money for the ticket. Mr. Nasser, this is kind of amazing. She said 2 years, you say 15 years ago you moved out? That's really, you can't come to an agreement on that. That's a long time,
I'm
really.
sure was lying.
Right.
Or maybe she believed her imagination.
Well, anyway,
Yeah,
you learned something about driving in a funeral procession, right?
that's right. That's right.
You got to stop, unless there's a cop. Okay?
Of course. Of
All right.
course.
Good
Yeah.
luck. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Thank you.
Okay. Now here comes Mrs. Nasser. You're smiling now. You seem happy.
I am.
Are you serious? You can't believe you just learned 2 weeks ago that you were divorced.
I
Are you
just
serious?
learned- I'm positive. I'm
Really?
shocked.
I
Yes,
can't-
he's a dog. He's absolutely a dog.
I can't believe you are standing here telling me this. And
I'm
you've
sh-
been
I'm shocked
divorced
myself.
11 years ago.
Yeah, I
too.
never knew it. And the judge signed it, and he honored it. Can you believe in 11 years? So he sees
So
something.
how's that going to affect your life?
Well, I'll just move on. I will find somebody else and move on, absolutely.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
All right?
Have a nice day.
Pretty amazing. Harvey, what do you think about that?
Okay, what I think, Doug, is it's crazy. But also what I think is that divorce is more than just a legal thing. In your head, you got to move on.